Hello lovely people, welcome to Pro Strings. I'm Henriette and this video is about the F Major Arpeggio from the ABRSM Grade 2 scale book. In this video we're going to learn the notes of the F Major Arpeggio first of all, and there is plenty of opportunity for you to play along with me. And after that we're going to refine how you play this. We're going to play it with accompaniment and without accompaniment. And we're also going to add some expressions. So by the end of this video, I'm hoping that you will be able to play this arpeggio as you would play it in a grade exam. So with all the notes properly in place and perfectly in tune, and with a lovely expressive way of playing it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. And let's have a look at the key signature of the F major arpeggio. And you will see that this arpeggio has got one flat in its key signature, the B flat, but we're not actually playing that B flat. It isn't one of the notes of the arpeggio, so we don't need to worry about that first finger on the A string being flat. We do, however, have to think about the top note in the F major arpeggio, and that is the note that I want you to think about first with me. So when the first finger on the E string is an F natural, we are going to pull it back to the beginning of the E string. So we're going to perhaps play F sharp first, and then move it to F natural. And that is the note that we're going to play in this arpeggio. So let's do that again. F sharp first. Now pull it back. Lovely. Now, when we look at the start of this arpeggio, we're starting on an F natural, low F natural as well on the D string. So let's test our fingers D, E, F, so that we find our starting note. Lovely job. And now let's read it through, shall we? So we're going F, A, C, that top F that we practice, and for those of you who know me a little bit, we're going to repeat this section now before we hit the final note. F, so you may already have noticed it, my letter names are F, A, C, F. Great, now let's play this with accompaniment, shall we? So when we play this with the accompaniment, what I want you to try and do is to fit your notes and make them sound together with the sound of the piano. And that is an exercise in intonation, so in playing in tune. So we're going to go really slowly so that there is time for you to listen to your notes fitting in with the piano. And we're playing it twice over. So before the last F in your music, we're going to go back to the beginning, just like we've played it just now. So let's go ahead and let's play that, shall we? Find your second finger note first. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Lovely job. Now that may feel a bit strange at first when you've never done that before, but you will soon get used to that. Now let's think back about how we just played that. Did you manage to fit all the notes and blend them in really nicely with the piano, or was there one or maybe more of your notes that were a little bit off? Let's think if we can identify which ones they were. I'll give you a moment to think about that yourself. And then once you've identified which note was a little bit out of tune, that is your first step to improvement. So well done. Try and think if that note was maybe a little bit too sharp or whether it was maybe a little bit too flat. because only if you know that can you do something about it, you see. Shall we play it again? Let's see if you can improve on that. So test your fingers and find your first F, your starting note. Here we go.
1,
2,
3.
Wonderful, well done. And I'm hoping that this time you were happier with your intonation. And even if you were already playing this in tune from the first go, well done, very good. Let's see if we can improve on it even more now, shall we? We've already briefly mentioned the letter names of the notes, F, A, C, F. And on the next playing, which we're going to play without accompaniment, I want you to say those letter names F, A, C, F out loud on our way up. On your way down, I don't want you to do that because that becomes F, C, A, F and that gets a little bit confusing. So F, A, C, F on your way up. Here we go. And F, A, C, F. F, A, C, F. Wonderful, well done, very good. Now the next playing, I want you to check that you're using long bows. So here we go, 2, 3. Brilliant, well done, very good. So I'm thinking you've played it a number of times over now that you might be able to play this from memory. So let's close our eyes and let's play it again, shall we? Now you want to say in your head your letter names, use long bows and close your eyes. Here's your F, 2, 3. Feels weird, doesn't it, when you play that for the first time off by heart. Good practice though, well done. And most of you will now know this arpeggio off by heart. Good, keep it in your head. Now next up we're going to make this sound a little bit more expressive. And how can we do that? We've practiced it in earlier scales and arpeggios if you followed this course for a bit longer. Let's play a crescendo to the top F. So start mezzo forte, medium loud, and then make a huge crescendo towards your top F, and then on your way down you stay as loud as before. So we're really performing this now. 1, 2, 3. Now we're having one more go before we're going to mix this up with previous scales and arpeggios that we've learned. And this final time I want you to play this with expression, so make it a big crescendo as we've just practiced. But now I also want you to practice playing it very smoothly. So listen out to see if every note has the same quality as the previous one. So we don't want any jerky bowings at all. You keep your bowings really, really smooth and long as well. 1, 2, 3. Super. Now, of course, in a grade exam, you will get asked one scale after another in quick succession. What they're looking for is a quick response, a swift entry, so that it doesn't take you too long to think going from one scale or arpeggio to the next one. So we're going to incorporate that now into our playing as well, and I'm hoping that you will still remember the C major scale. So that is the first one that we're going to do, and we're going to play it separate bows. So can we play a C major scale now? You might find your C, and that's okay. You can test your note in an exam as well. 3, 4. Now can you play that F major arpeggio that we've just practiced? And I should maybe have told you that in an exam you play the arpeggio only once over. Okay, did you manage to combine those two, the C major scale and the F major arpeggio? Brilliant. Let's play the C major arpeggio now. 2, 3. That is wonderful if you remember that. Now, if you didn't quite make it, that's okay because you've been learning this. Now, can you go back now to the previous video that covers the C major scale or the C major arpeggio, wherever you lost it briefly. Go back and go over that again, because as you are learning more scales and arpeggios in this series, you don't want to forget earlier ones, you see. So if you feel that you've got little lapses in your knowledge, that's okay. Time to fix it now though. Really good. So thank you very much for following this video today. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.